Inferno, Canto 2. After an invocation to the Muse, Dante expresses the diffidence he feels in attempting a journey which had been undertaken by such men only as Aeneas and St. Paul. Virgil reveals his fears, relating how he had been sent to his assistance by Beatrice. He takes courage and follows his guide and master towards the gates of hell. The day was closing, and the dusky air on all the creatures of the earth bestowed rest from their labors. I alone prepare to struggle against pity and to dare a conflict with the horrors of the road, which an unerring memory shall declare. O Muse, O lofty genius, grant your aid. O memory, faithful record of the past, be here thy true nobility displayed. Poet, I then began, my honored guide, O trust me not in an attempt so vast, until my strength and virtue have been tried. Thy verse relates how Silvius' parent gained immortal realms, while yet corruptible, and still in bonds of human flesh detained. And then the great antagonist of ill regarded him with favor, whose well the mighty destinies he should fulfill considers will that special favor rate, as not undue to one ordained to be father of Rome and her imperial state, there where the holy place, if truth be told, was instituted by divine decree, as the high seat St. Peter's hair there should hold. During that journey, by thy verse made known, he gained the lore which led to victory and laid the basis of the papal throne. Next went the chosen vessel to convey comfort to those who on that faith rely, which to salvation opens first the way. But I, why go I there? Whose sanction gives? Aeneas am not I, nor righteous Paul. That I am worthy, surely none believes. And if then I venture on this enterprise, great is my dread in the attempt to fall. More need I not to say, for thou art wise. And like to one who swerves from his intent, changing his purpose as fresh thoughts succeed, till his original design is spent, e'en such became I on that gloomy coast, so that my enterprise commenced with speed, amid a crowd of idle thoughts was lost. If rightly I thy words have understood, the poet of exalted soul replied, by coward fear thy spirit is subdued, fear that oft times so overwhelms the heart. It makes man turn from nobler deeds aside, as frightened steeds at some dim object start. From this alarm that thou mayest be relieved, the reason of my coming I'll declare, and what I heard when first for thee I grieved. Mid those in limbo was I dwelling still, when I was called by one so blessed and fair, that I entreated her to speak her will. Her eyes shone brighter than the stars on high, and on mine ear in her own accents fell, tones soft and sweet of angel harmony. O Mantuan poet, kind and courteous soul, whose honored memory still on earth doth dwell, and shall endure till ages cease to roll. A friend I have by cruel fortune spurned, so hindered journeying up the lone ascent, that in despair his footsteps he hath turned, and so bewildered is he that I fear my tardy succour will in vain be lent, if I may judge from what in heaven I hear. Now rise, and with thy polished words unfold, and that to rescue him may needful be, and aid him so that I may be consoled. No, I am Beatrice who bid thee go. The place I left I long again to see. Love brought me here, love makes these words to flow. Oft times when in the presence of my Lord my voice shall rise to celebrate thy praise. Then I resumed, as ceased the angelic word, O virtuous lady, whose excelling worth alone hath influenced mortal man to raise, or all the creatures that inhabit earth, such my delight thy mandate to fulfill. That were it done, there still would seem delay. Seek then no further to disclose thy will, but tell the cause, why fearless and unmoved to this low centre thou hast won thy way, from those high realms by thee so well beloved. Since of my nature thou so much wouldst know, to thee I briefly will reveal, she said, why undismayed I ventured here below. Those things alone should we regard with fear, which bring misfortune to another's head. All else are harmless, nor deserve our care. Such, thanks to gracious God, have I been made, that your calamities assail me not. nor do these flaming realms in my peace invade. In heaven there dwells a generous maid, who sees with such concern this wanderer's hapless lot, that she prevails o'er justice' strict decrees. She called on Lucia in her prayer, thy friend, thy faithful friend of thee now stands in need. Him to thy grateful care do I commend. Lucia, to deeds of mercy ever given, rose at her gentle words and came with speed, where I with ancient Rachael sat in heaven. O Beatrice, she said, true praise of God, wherefore not succour him who loved thee so, that for thy sake he left the vulgar crowd? Dost thou not hear his piteous cry, nor see the death he combats on the flood below, which not by ocean's rage surpassed can be? Not with such haste do men on earth arise to shun misfortune, or to compass gains, as I acquainted with his miseries, descended from the blessed angelic choir, confiding in thy sweet persuasive stains, which honor thee and all who thee admire. This said, her eyes all glistening in her tears, beauteous she turned, whereat my zeal increased, to speed me hither and relieve thy fears. Thus at her wish I hastened to thine aid, and snatched thee from the fury of the beast, which up the mount to my shorter road forbade. Why linger then? What is it makes thee stay? Why harbor in thy breast such coward fear? Why o'er thy soul hath courage lost its sway? Since 3 blessed damsels in the court of heaven watch o'er thy safety with such tender care, and in my words such promised help is given. As drooping flowerets closed by chilling night, soon as the sun his genial rays hath spread, uprear their heads, and opening hail the light. Thus to my wearied heart fresh vigor ran, and o'er my spirit was such virtue shed, like one restored to freedom I began. O how compassionate the heavenly maid, who lent me succour, and thyself how kind, who hast so soon her words of truth obeyed. Such strong desire my journey to pursue, thy cheering accents raise within my mind, that I with joy my first design renew. Lead on, one impulse doth our bosom sway, thou art my guide, my master, and my lord. I spoke, and soon as he resumed the way, I entered on the savage road aboard.